Hello everybody, this is Bones Bornagain, back again for another video, and this is one I did not expect to ever make. So, if you've been paying attention to the news, there is a possibility of a World War III. It is unlikely though, because this is the same government that refuses to announce that we're in a recession. But in the case that we are in part of a World War III, a lot of us are going to get drafted. Especially young men between the ages of 18 and 26. We're going to be the first out. And, I don't know about you, but I'm not a big fan of going into a pointless war that has been orchestrated by a thankless leader. So I'm here today. I have written down some notes right here. I have 3 different ways that we can avoid the draft. Okay. So the first one, and possibly the safest one, is going to be a conscientious objector. Now, what this means is that you have to be part of a religion or an organization that has strong objections towards war or violence. Now, yeah, there are some religions out there that do have that objection, like Buddhism. But we're going to try and build our way around that. So my idea here is we create a new religion, and the thing is, we're gonna need a couple people to start this religion. So it's pretty basic. We just need to gather a lot of people. We have to share similar values, and we need to make sure that the government recognizes it as religion. So we can do that financially. What we can do is incorporate it as a nonprofit organization. We take in money, but we don't have to owe taxes to the government because we are about distributing it back to society or whatever ideas we have. Now, the reason I bring this up is we can write in a clause. We can write in a clause that says that during times of war, we will take a vow of peace. We refuse to go to war and to commit violence unto others. If we do that, there is a possibility that we can get around this war using values. But of course, the flaw to that is that we need to create an organization with multiple people, and I know us Gen Z guys, we're pretty antisocial, or asocial, for that matter. So that might be a difficult one to do, but it's okay. I have idea number 2. Medical conditions. Now, for many people, this already is a given. Like maybe you're a paraplegic, or maybe you have a visual or audio impairment that prevents you from being able to participate in any fight. So if that's you, you're already in the clear. However, some of us are completely normal, if that's what you want to call it. So we have to evade the draft by not using physical impairments, but instead mental impairments. Now, for many of you, it might be that simple because if you've been to the psych ward, you already have that on record, and if they see that during the draft, they'll be like, oh, you've been in the psych ward. We can't have you. We're not allowed to have you as part of the army. So you're easily denied access to the army. But for those of us who haven't gone to a psych ward, we gotta make a better case for ourselves. So you can't just tell the recruiters oh, I have depression, it sucks, but it is what it is. You have to prove it. You have to have a doctor's note or a certificate. And this is where this next idea comes in. You forcefully develop a mental illness. Now, I mentioned depression as one thing, but everybody's depressed these days because of how the world has kind of gone down the toilet. So you got to create a new, unique one. Maybe give yourself post-traumatic stress disorder or schizophrenia. That is an easy one. Why is it an easy one? Let me tell you. You can develop it by being in constant paranoia, in constant anxiety, and you always have that feeling that somebody's watching you. Sorry about that. I kind of tripped out for a second. I thought I was being watched again. But yeah, develop a mental illness and then have it professionally diagnosed by a psychologist. That would be another way to get around the draft. All right. So for my third and final idea, my third strategy to getting around the draft is a risky one, and it only works for certain demographics. Now, this third one uses another government resource that has been misused ever since this new presidency, and that is the use of ICE. I know it's very controversial. Some of you may have objections to this, but let me explain. If you are a U.S. citizen with Latino heritage, so if you have Mexican heritage, Guatemalan, Puerto Rican, Dominican heritage, you might have a certain look to yourself. I'm just going to admit it, okay? You might have a certain look. What you can do is self-report to ICE to detain you during the draft. Now, this one is a bit tricky because, again, lack of due process. They're just going to take you in and detain you just because you've been reported. They're not going to check for your ID. And this could backfire if you actually do get deported. So, what my suggestion is if you have a government ID, or better yet, a passport, hide it on your person where ICE can't easily find it. And in the event that you do get deported, use your passport. Just give it some time until the draft is over. Stay in that country. Just sit back, relax. And when the draft is over, you just take some transport back home. Now, again, this could backfire if you don't have any government ID, despite the fact that you're a citizen, or if you don't have a passport that will allow you the ease of access back into the country. Or this third thing could backfire on you if the government realizes, wait a minute, you are a U.S. citizen and you do need to be drafted. And so they'll just beeline you right to the army. That's how it could backfire. But if you're lucky, you can just dodge the draft for the whole time that you're being detained. So those were my 3 strategies to avoid a World War III draft. If you have any more ideas or objections, you can go ahead and condemn me in the comments below. And if you made it this far, please drop me a like and please drop me a subscribe. It should be somewhere right down there in the video. Thank you.